What's going on, people? Happy hump day to you all. It's Don Chucky here with this week's episode of Porch Rants. Episode 8. Man, we've come a long way so far in the NFL season. We're going to discuss the first quarter of it, some different things going on, what I got right, what I got wrong in picks, the usual stuff. If you guys have any topics you guys want me to cover, please drop them in the chat or drop them in comments if you're watching this on YouTube. You know, no big deal. Hi, YouTube. We love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it's where you're first seeing it, I really appreciate the support. And thank you, reward, for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. So what we're going to do is give you a nice little hump day. Yeah! Hope your hump day is going well. All right, so we're going to start our podcast the usual way with NFL COVID-19 news. The following players are on COVID-19 list and cannot play until they clear testing. Cardinals receiver Josh Doctson, Packers defensive end Tyler Lancaster, Texans tackle Ross Blacklock, and linebacker Zach Cunningham, Patriots left tackle Isaiah Wynn and Mike Onwenu, and Seahawks Gerald Everett. Quite a few people on the list. Pretty crazy. A couple of these weeks we haven't had as many people on the COVID-19 list, or at least as many as I could find. I know that COVID is still going pretty hard, you know, and with the NFL, they don't want to cancel games, so they're really trying not to have it happen, which is, you know, their business motto, and they don't want to have to cancel games, and they're going to get rid of paychecks if they have to cancel games, so that's a big deal. All right, so we're going to jump right into NFL stuff. First, my picks for the week last week. I didn't do as well last week, unfortunately. It's all good, though. It happens. I had a 6-10 week, worst week so far of picks. Whatever, it's fine. You know, it happens. Are we going to let this happen again?
Oh, hell no.
No, we're not going to let this happen again. We're going to pick smarter. We're going to do better. Hopefully. I mean, I can only control so much, but, you know, a couple things I just didn't expect to happen, but then again, in the NFL, anybody can win, anything can happen. You have to be ready for it. So, without further ado, here is what I got right. I called the Bills destroying the Texans. I didn't expect it to be as big of a massacre as it was, but again, the Bills just ran over the Texans. The Chiefs had their bounce-back game against the Eagles, which I predicted. Chiefs have a get-right game. Will it help them get back on track for the rest of the season? Who knows? But, I mean, the Eagles are kind of a dumpster team at the moment. They have potential, but the problem is they have some injuries on the defense, and then, you know, you got to trust a new quarterback that hasn't really played that many games. Kind of tough. It's not an easy thing to do. Bucs beating the Patriots in the Brady return game. I'm actually very surprised at how that game went down. This isn't a joke. This is not, you know, some kind of lingo or anything. I expected Brady to come out. Now, it was raining, so that didn't help Brady. But I did not expect the Patriots to be able to stop him like they did for most of that game, which is pretty nuts in my opinion. I mean, you know, was it surprising? I mean, Bill Belichick's one of the best coaches of all time, so no. But I mean, at the same time, I kind of expected Brady to just come out, throw 4 or 5 touchdown passes and be done by the fourth quarter, but that didn't happen. But Brady still won. I'm not shocked. All right. Boy, was I wrong. Fine. I was wrong about Dallas, okay? Dallas went to Carolina and beat the Panthers. Now, it was still a pretty close game from what I saw through highlights and stuff. But no, I did not expect Dallas to go in there and beat the Panthers. Sorry, I did not expect it. I'm allowed to make mistakes. You know, and it's not just because I don't like Dallas. It has nothing to do with any of my picks, because I love Washington, but I won't always pick them strictly because if I don't think they're going to win, I'm not going to pick them. Why would I pick them if I don't think they're going to win? The goal is to get games right. It's not about your heart. It's about what you think. You know, it's about your gut feeling and all that stuff. So, sorry to all my Dallas friends. I know you guys are good. You guys are probably going to win the division. I picked you to win the division. If you go check out Porch Rants episode 4, where I break down my NFL picks for everything. You guys win the NFC East, in my opinion, in my picks. Go check it out. I dare you. It's right there. Bears beating Detroit. What a Detroit thing to do. Lose to a rival using a rookie quarterback in his second ever start. I mean, what are you going to do here? Detroit can't buy a win. They can't buy a win to save their life, which is pretty shocking. I mean, they might not win a game this year. It's getting close. It's pretty bad. But, I mean, it's still a long season. Detroit has a chance to win a few games. We'll see. Cardinals upsetting the Rams and being the only undefeated team left. No, I didn't expect that at all. I thought that Matthew Stafford and the Rams were going to take care of the Cardinals. Did not happen, which is fine, whatever. But, no, the Rams are still a force to reckon with in the NFC West. But the Cardinals, who had the Cardinals leading that division after 4 weeks? Who had the Cardinals as the only undefeated team, left in the NFL? Raise your hand. I don't see anybody. Broncos looking flat against the Ravens. I mean, I shouldn't have gone with they're undefeated, so they'll probably win. But the Ravens have had on and off games. They've had some good and some bad. So, I mean, I figure maybe this was going to be a bad game. The Broncos have a good defense. It didn't show up in that game. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. All I can say is I was wrong about more games this week than normal, and we'll see if that changes week to week. But it's always fun to just go over what I did wrong, what I picked wrong, and kind of analyze for the next time. All right, so now we're going to get to noteworthy news and opinions. So, topic number 1. How long will the Cardinals stay undefeated? Well, let's go to the schedule. I want to see the schedule for this one. The Cardinals' remaining schedule. They go to San Francisco this week. Then they're at Cleveland. Then they face Houston, Green Bay. Oh wait, no, then they're at San Francisco. Sorry, this coming week they host San Francisco. So it's host San Francisco, go to Cleveland, host Houston, host Green Bay, go to San Francisco, host Carolina, at Seattle, bye week. Do I think they're going to be undefeated through all this entire stretch? No, I don't. I mean, you've got Aaron Rodgers. You've got 2 games against the San Francisco 49ers, although I don't know if Jimmy G's coming back anytime soon. Isn't he injured? So, I mean, maybe. And then you have to go to Seattle. It's tough. Do I think they're going to be undefeated the rest of the season? No, I think they're going to lose 1 game. They still have to play the Rams later. But they've got some really easy games on this schedule, unfortunately. And here I am, watch, they probably lose one of these games. But, I mean, they have to go to Cleveland. They could beat Cleveland. They're going to wallop Houston. I'm calling it now. I mean, they could lose to Green Bay. They could lose one of the games in San Francisco. Carolina's hit or miss. At Seattle's going to be tough. At Chicago should be a joke. At Detroit should be another joke. Indy, I don't know. I don't have faith in Carson Wentz. At Dallas is going to be a good game towards the end of the season, too. And then their last game is versus Seattle, where they host Seattle. They could easily be like 13-4, though, if they keep this up. That would be crazy, in my opinion. If I had to pick, they're going to lose to Green Bay Thursday night. That's my pick for when they're going to lose. All right, next topic. Quarterly check-in for the NFL. How do my picks look for all the divisions? All right. I was looking at this a little bit earlier. I was wondering, how are my division picks doing? We are a quarter into the NFL season. All right, so AFC North, I have the Ravens winning. I mean, they're tied for first place with the Bengals and the Browns. I wouldn't have expected that, but I mean, they're in the fight, which is good. AFC South, I have the Colts. Colts are third place. Not even close, unfortunately. Tennessee is not running away with it, but they're 2-2. AFC East, I've got the Bills. Bills have a commanding lead, 3-1, and the rest of the teams are 1-3 in that division. Bills might be the new Patriots in that division, running away with it. Who knows? We'll find out soon. It'll be interesting to see for sure, but I'm not You know, I'm not 100% sure about that yet. All right, AFC West. Who did I choose? The Chiefs. Chiefs are at the bottom of the division at 2-2, but I mean, they still have a chance. That division's really tight. All right, NFC. Packers in the North. Yeah, only by a game right now, but still, Packers in the North. Bucks in the South with Carolina losing. Now they're tied with the Bucks for first place. East, I got the Cowgirls. They're only one game ahead of Washington, and that division's still pretty close. And that division's always tough. It's not exactly an easy division to like call in the NFL. And then finally, we have the NFC West. I had the Seahawks. They're 2-2. They have a chance, but the Cardinals are 4-0. If Seattle doesn't do something soon, there's going to be a problem there where they can't catch them, which is not good. But we'll see what happens. All right. Panthers get Stephon Gilmore, cornerback from the Patriots for a 6th-round draft pick. Who won that trade? The Panthers. He was like Defensive Player of the Year back in 2019. He's one of the best shutdown corners in the NFL right now. Panthers got some help after getting torched by the Cowboys, apparently, from what I've seen. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, by the end of the season, it might be that the Patriots won because they got rid of a player right before he was done in the NFL. We'll see. Jalen Smith released. Where should he go? Word on Twitter is he's going to the Packers. Can't sign a deal till tomorrow. We will see. I do not know for sure if that's where he's going, but that's what I've heard. Let's see. Let me make sure. Jalen Smith. Yeah, the Packers. Ian Rappaport tweeted 3 hours ago that the Packers are in fact the likely landing spot for former Cowboys Pro Bowl linebacker Jalen Smith, finalizing details at this time. Okay, so that's fine. That's okay. All right. Urban Meyer saga. What happened? How much longer will we be coaching at Jacksonville? This is Urban Meyer didn't even travel with the team back from the Thursday night game in Cincinnati. He had a little issue, a little thing come up. He's been apologizing for this embarrassing behavior. But basically, where is what exactly happened? Because is it here? Come on. All right. There were 2 viral videos that emerged showing him with at least a woman who was not his wife at his restaurant in Columbus, Ohio. Apparently there was some things going on. This girl was probably sitting on his lap and some other stuff. I don't know exactly. Yeah, Myers touching a woman's bottom while he was sitting at the bar. This is not appropriate behavior. The Jacksonville owners came out and said they were really disappointed. You know, it doesn't look like they're going to get rid of Urban Meyer at this time, but he's definitely on thin ice right now. Like, absolutely, he's fucking on thin ice. And, I mean, he's a good coach. He needs to relax and pay more attention to the NFL than, you know, these women and other bull that he's dealing with. But, I mean, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. He made a mistake. He apologized for it profusely. He's probably getting laughed out of the locker room from everybody just because of everything going on. I mean, because think about it. All these grown men seeing him do stupid shit on a video. Social media will bite you in the ass over everything because, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody, you know, everybody can see what everybody's doing now. It doesn't take much. One wrong video, one bad thing, and then, yeah, you're screwed. You will definitely be in trouble. So, not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. All right, next topic. Does Washington stand a chance against New Orleans? I mean, I would say maybe. New Orleans is pretty good, but they've had some bad games too. They're not perfect. They're not unbeatable. I think it just depends on which Jameis Winston you get. You know? I mean, they're 2-2. They lost to the Giants. They beat the Patriots. Lost to the Panthers. Destroyed the Packers. So, I guess it just kind of depends on how they play. Let's look at their stats real quick. I mean, Jameis Winston's only throwing a 64% completion percentage, 8 touchdowns, 2 sacks, with 2 interceptions, 7 sacks. I mean, so what do you got to do? You got to hit him. You have to hit him. You have to sack him. You have to tackle him. You have to keep him from running if he tries to run. I don't think he's running that much, though, to be honest. Does he have a lot of rushing yards? I mean, Taysom Hill is the one you really have to worry about with running. But yeah, he's got 60 rushing yards. He's running a little. So, I mean, we'll see. It all depends. But yeah. Do we have a chance if our defense gets their head out of their ass? That's basically what we got to do. Our defense has to get over their bullshit and stop them. And they can do that very easily. All they have to do is just stay in their lane. You know, don't just bull rush. Actually, you know, swim move and spin move and do all that stuff that other impressive you know, defensive linemen do, and see what happens. All right, so the next thing we're going to go over, a little more about Washington, obviously. I want to go over some of the stuff that happened in our win against the Falcons. I mean, we barely won. Taylor Heineke played really well. 23 of 33, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did pretty good, you know? He definitely improved, I would say, a bit. No interceptions, 1 sack. Can't complain too much about that. Had 43 rushing yards. We need more rushing yards as a team. We only had 122 total rushing yards as a team. 290 receiving, but I mean, Terry McLaurin had 13 targets, only caught 7 of them. That's not good. You need more catches from your big guy, especially considering the fact that there's a lot of injuries. Looks like Curtis Samuel is going to be back on the bench because of that groin injury. So basically, what that means is he's not going to be available. So, and Logan Thomas just went on the IR for 4 weeks. So really, you've got De'Ami Brown, Ricky Seals-Jones, your running backs, Jarrett Patterson, J.D. McKissick, and Terry McLaurin. So, I mean, you've definitely got some work to do. We needed more out of our defense, too. Defense played okay. I'm mad enough that our kicker missed 2 extra points. It's ridiculous. Don't miss extra points with the game on the line. If we would have had those 2 extra points, we wouldn't have had to be as worried about winning that game and scoring more. We would have been okay. We could have just added to the pile, but no. We had to miss 2 extra points. I'm glad that they brought in another kicker. You know, you don't have to kick the guy off the team. You don't have to cut him. Just bring in another kicker and say, hey, if you f*** up again, we're bringing this guy in, and if he gets hot, then you're out of a job. Because too many times Washington has had a decent kicker, and I say decent, and then here's what happens. We get rid of him when he has a bad streak, and then he goes on and he wins a Super Bowl somewhere else, or he becomes a prolific kicker somewhere else, and that shit just pisses me off. I am so f***ing tired of that shit, let me tell you. So, just for the record, don't just get rid of the kicker. It's fine. You don't have to get rid of kickers. You don't have to, you know, do all this fancy shit. Just make sure that they understand that, you know, their job isn't 100% set. They still have to work for it. They still have to produce. Friday, I will not be live because it's my wedding anniversary with my wonderful wife. So I will not be live. So do not expect a show from me that day. There will be some YouTube videos coming up in the next couple days. And who knows, I might either go live as a surprise stream, or we'll do something spooky on Monday like we planned, or we'll pick up with Yakuza. I haven't decided yet. But programming note, no stream on Friday. All right, so let's get to the beer of the week. All right, a Virginia brewery is this week's beer of the week. It's Aleworks Pumpkin Ale, a spiced amber lager beer, which is really good. Just the right consistency. It's really good. Easy to drink. Tastes good. Little tiny bit of pumpkin and other spices, which I enjoy, obviously. Yes, I'm 21 or over. If you look at some notes of it, it's 7.3% alcohol by volume. It's commonly described as pumpkin pie in a glass. It's pumpkin made solely of fresh ingredients, spice, and baked in the oven before adding to the brew. Enjoy powerful notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, and more. Like I said, it tastes like pumpkin pie, yeah. It is quite a good beer, very refreshing. And it's a local brewery in Virginia, too, so go check them out. It's over down, like, the Richmond area-ish. Like, not exactly Richmond, but close enough. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool brewery. I actually did the tour there years ago. And they still come up here locally with some of their beer, so it's very nice and enjoyable to drink. All right, so here we go with the NFL picks for Week 5. Get ready, everybody. All right, our first game. Thursday night, Rams over Seahawks. I just don't see this game going any other way than the Rams bouncing back and running over the Seahawks. I mean, pretty easy to go there. Falcons over Jets. I mean, this game could almost go either way with a coin flip and a half, but I got Falcons. Packers over Bengals is an easy choice. Just too easy. Vikings over Lions. Lions are garbage. Lions are a fucking joke right now, so I don't really see them being too big of a problem or too big of an issue. Broncos over Steelers. I don't trust Big Ben. He's been injured. He's been flat. He's been bad in general. Unless they can really run on that Broncos defense, which I don't see them doing. If the Broncos can just play smart, they've got it. That's all that matters. Bucks over Dolphins. Easy one. Tua still injured. And it's Tom Brady. Sorry. I know Tom Brady sometimes struggles with the Miami Dolphins, but this time he won't struggle. I'm picking the Saints to beat Washington just because I still don't have enough faith in Washington to win a lot of games this year. I mean, I had them around 7 or 8 before the start of the season, and this was with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now, who knows? Some people had them at like 10 and 12, and they're freaking out over all this bullshit. I'm just like, I'm used to it. I'm a Washington fan, been here my whole life, so you can only imagine just what I thought when Fitz went down. I was just like, oh, here we go again. I mean, it's basically just like, yep. I mean, we're ready. Get ready for it. I mean, he didn't exactly go like this, but it was close. More like his hip, but you know, I mean, still pretty bad. Still not good for him. Panthers over Eagles. Panthers bounce back. Panthers bounce back and beat the Eagles. Eagles are just hodgepodge of a team right now. They're not doing very good. I don't see them winning. Titans over Jaguars. Jaguars can't buy a win. Let's see them buy a win. This is a week where they really could use a win. The Titans aren't that good, but they're good enough to win these kind of games with running the ball and shit, so we'll see what happens. Patriots over Texans. I mean, any team is going to beat the Texans this year. I hope Detroit plays the Texans. That'll be a shit-tastic game. But no, the Patriots will run right over the Texans. Raiders over Bears. I still don't trust their rookie quarterback yet. Not going to happen. I don't trust quarterbacks that quickly. One game, you beat the f***ing Detroit Lions. Sorry, bro. Calm down. Don't worry, you know. You'll have your day in the sun sooner or later, but for the moment right now, all I can say is no. It's really not, easy for me to think that you're going to be that good, but that's just me. All right, next one. Chargers over Browns, easy. Chargers have been on a roll lately, easy pick. Cowboys over Giants. I hope the Giants win. I'd really prefer to pick the Giants, but I just don't have faith in the Giants right now. They're not that good. Dallas is on a roll right now. Let's see if that continues. I mean, NFC East rivalry games are always one of those, like, throw them up in the air. Who knows what's going to happen, but yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Cardinals over 49ers. It's going to be a close game, but I got the Cardinals. Still undefeated for the moment. AFC playoff preview. Bills over Chiefs, though. I don't see the Chiefs keeping up with the Bills. It's going to be interesting, but I do think that the Bills have this one. If they're going to prove that they can make it to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, they've got to beat the Chiefs. They have to beat them. Ravens over Colts. I mean, it's obvious. Ravens are good. Colts are not good. It's really hard for me to have faith in the Colts. They're a very wishy-washy team right now. So, I just don't have faith in them, unfortunately. No faith at all. Who sucks less? And basically, this game is the worst game of the week. I mean, it's Titans and Jaguars, obviously. The Titans are okay, but they're not that exciting of a team. They run the ball 30-plus times a game with King Henry. Will the Jaguars get their first win? I doubt it, but the Jaguars are just not very impressive. They had a decent showing Thursday night against the Bengals, but it was the Bengals. And then next thing you know, they lose. They should have beaten the Bengals. They should have kept it going and really tried a little bit better. But, I mean, it's their fault. Nothing else you could say about it except, you know, just no, I don't have faith in that. I'm not going to have faith in it. It's not how it works. So, All right, so now we're going to go to the college football AP rankings real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. At number 1, we have Roll Tide. What a shock. I just have to say it like that because it's fun. Number 2 is Georgia. Number 3 is Iowa. Penn State is number 4. Cincinnati is number 5. Oklahoma is number 6. Ohio State is at 7. They went up 4 games. Oregon's at 8. They went down 5. Damn. Michigan's at 9. They went up 5. BYU went up 3. They're at 10 at the moment. Michigan State's 11. Oklahoma State's 12. Arkansas is 13. Notre Dame's 14. Coastal Carolina's at 15. Kentucky's at 16. Ole Miss is at 17. Auburn's at 18. Wake Forest at 19. Florida went down 10 spots to 20. Good grief. Texas is at 21. Arizona State's at 22. NC State's at 23. Southern Methodist, wow, they made it on here, 24. And San Diego State is at 25. What a list. All I can say about that list is one thing. Roll Tide. You can't stop the tide. It's such a pain in the ass. Everybody hates them, but that's what they're there for. They're there to win games. They're not there to be liked, unfortunately. Now, last night we did have a playoff game. There might be a game on right now, too. I don't know. I'll have to check. But the Red Sox beat the Yankees last night. 6-2. Yeah, they beat them 6-2 in the American League wildcard game. The game that's going on right now is the Cardinals at the Dodgers. That'll be fun. Let's look at the scores real quick. Bottom of the third, Cardinals are up 1-0 over the Dodgers. Ooh. Adam Wainwright, 2 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 1 hit, 1 strike, 0 walks. Wow. Craziness. I mean, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. But all I can say is, you know, this is the best time of the year because you've got baseball playoffs, you've got football coming on, college football, basketball, and hockey are in preseason, so they'll be on soon. This is definitely my favorite time of the year, mostly just because of the fact that, yeah, again, this is where you want it all to be. This is all just amazing stuff, you know, an amazing time of the year for sports. So we'll look at the playoffs real quick. So right now, it's going to be the Red Sox versus the Rays and the White Sox versus the Astros in the AL Division Series. Honestly, I'd rather see the Rays win, but I mean, I don't hate the Red Sox like other people do because I'm not a Yankees fan like some people. I'd rather see the Chicago White Sox go. I hate the Astros because they cheat. So the Braves and the Brewers, I'd rather see the Brewers win. I hate the Braves. Sorry, I'm a Nationals fan, so I don't want to see the Braves win ever. That, not how it works. And then the winner of the wild card faces the Giants. Honestly, the team that has a better chance of beating the Giants is probably the Dodgers. But I think the Cardinals could also do it. The Cardinals are built pretty good to do that kind of thing, in my opinion. All right, some entertainment and gaming news. Okay, so Battlefield 2042 Early Access is here. So if you have Game Pass Ultimate or EA Play, you should be able to get in on that very easily. I know some people have already been playing it. I've heard some good reviews. I haven't jumped in on it yet. I'm not a big Battlefield guy. I've never really played any of the Battlefields. You know, it looks interesting. There's some weather elements, like a tornado I saw in some other in one of the videos I watched. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder how that's going to go over with that. But yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I mean, I know a lot of people are into Battlefield. A lot of people are going to be streaming it, just like everything else. So, I mean, get used to seeing that. I don't remember all the things that it's going to have as far as like a BR and multiplayer and stuff. I'm more concerned about the Halo Infinite stuff coming out in the next month or 2 or 2 months or 3 months or whatever. I care more about Halo. That's just how it is. It's my life. I love Halo. But yeah, I mean, all I can say is, you know, if you enjoy Battlefield, go for it. Check it out. You know, I know a lot of people were very excited about the last Smash Brothers reveal of the characters, and Sora from Kingdom Hearts is the character they picked. Now, personally, I don't care. I haven't played Smash Brothers since like the OG N64 Smash Brothers, and by the way, Nintendo, put that on the Nintendo Switch Online service, because I'll play people in 4v and like, you know, free for all, you know, one-on-one with the old rules, because no offense, Smash Brothers is too expensive. You have to spend like what, $50 to $60 on the game, and then you have all these battle passes and character passes to get these other characters. Shit, I'm not spending $200 to $300 just to unlock all these characters. Talk about gatekeeping. Like, it's just no thanks. Like, that's, but I mean, I know a lot of people are Kingdom Hearts fans, so they're very excited about Sora. I know some people wanted Waluigi, some people wanted Crash. There's a few other characters they probably could have thrown in. They did also announce that all the Kingdom Hearts games are coming to the Nintendo Switch, so that's cool. I enjoyed the latest Kingdom Hearts game. I played it. It was okay. I never really played many Kingdom Hearts games, so they're not really my forte or anything, but, you know. Animal Crossing is having a Nintendo Direct on October 15th, for those who care. People who play Animal Crossing. I play Animal Crossing. I think it's very fun. I think Animal Crossing is fun because it's just very relaxing. I think it's a blast, is my own opinion. It's something about designing stuff. Like, I've never really been like a Sims or Stardew Valley person, but I tried Animal Crossing because like everyone's playing it, everyone's telling me it's good. I'll try it, and it's fun enough, you know. And we're going to end this off on a very serious note as far as the regular topics I've written down. If you are on social media at all, you know that Twitch got hacked recently. So this is your final warning. Change your passwords, you know, set up 2-factor authentication, and change your stream key, set all that stuff up, relink it to your OBS or Stream Elements or Streamlabs, whatever you have to do. That's what I had to do. No big deal, though. But do that, because they released a bunch of stuff, including like how much some people are making. Think about the kind of damage that could do. Because Twitch has your address, Twitch has a tax return for you, Twitch has a lot of stuff for you. Very, very bad look for Twitch. With all the other bull that Twitch has been going through in the past year. And I mean, there's some people that just flop back and forth between Twitch and YouTube, and I'm not going to name names because you do you. You don't bother me at all for one reason. Because I'm on Twitch because I'm on Twitch. I make videos on YouTube. I don't stream on YouTube. I just don't really want to. You know, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. But all I'm going to say is, YouTube for me is more about videos, which you guys are going to see some more videos coming up here soon. of different things, from spooky stuff to behind the scenes to some other fun stuff. I got some plans coming up. And there is one other big plan I got coming up that I'm going to hint drop just a little bit at the end of this stream. So pay attention. But Twitch needs to get some of their shit together. They really need to fix some things, because I'm telling you, you can lock up Nick Merckx. You can pay the cream of the crop, whatever you want to pay them. That's fine. It's good to have people who are like top tier streamers, but there are millions and millions. I decided to do that because I've been watching a lot of different things on TV, and there was this one show that I watch that does that sometimes, and it's really funny. There are a lot of people that are just gonna leave Twitch because of this. They're just gonna get the hell out of there, and they just don't really care. And I know that Twitch is the big dog. Twitch has always been the big dog, but sooner or later, it's gonna bite them in the ass if they don't get all this stuff together. Just because, think about it. YouTube isn't that bad. Facebook, they actually just got hacked recently too, which is crazy. We had like a whole half a day or so without Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. I don't use WhatsApp, but kind of nutty that Instagram and Facebook were down for like most of a day. Like, what the hell were all these old people doing? How old people get on Facebook and look at stuff all day? Like, what the hell were they doing all day? Like, I can't get on Facebook. Is it broken? Is the internet working? Like, what's going on? You don't really hear about Facebook getting hacked much. You don't really hear too much about Facebook having issues, except for everybody hates Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg lost millions of dollars over that hack and shut down. Like, he doesn't have money printed out for him. Like, get the out of here with that shit. Fucking Zuckerberg has more than enough goddamn money to do whatever the he wants. He's good. I'm not concerned about his ass. He's not exactly, he's not exactly in need of anything, in my opinion. He's alright. Alright, so Twitch, please do better, because as a streamer on your platform, somebody who enjoys your platform, somebody who has been using it for 3+ years and plans on doing it for longer, stop messing up. Because, to be honest, picking up and moving to YouTube for someone like me, it would be tough, but I still have, I have the ability to do that for only one reason. Because I don't care about numbers. If people come in my stream, I say hi to them. I don't care if it's one person or if it's a bunch of people. I've always cared about entertaining people and just speaking my mind and having fun. It took a while to get to this point. But yeah, I care more about having fun and being, entertaining. I care more about that than I do about, what do you call it? Goddamn. Like, I need more viewers. Like if you complain about viewers, get off Twitch, because you're not going to get any viewers. Nobody wants to sit through a stream hear you complain about not having viewers. I'm sorry. And nobody wants to hear you complain about, well, I didn't know I was muted. Like, if I had viewers, don't blame not having viewers on why you're muted. Like, yes, viewers should come in and tell you that you're muted, but you can't just expect people to come into your stream. You have to, you have to share clips that are entertaining. You have to post content everywhere else. There's a lot of stuff. And one of these days I'm going to do another social media class. That's something else I should probably do. Because a lot of people just don't get it. And it's really ridiculous, in my opinion, that people don't get how to stream, even though they've been doing it for years. But they only care about one thing, and that's the problem. They think they're going to get famous from Twitch. No, it takes a lot to get famous from Twitch. You have to be super lucky and in the right spot. And not all of us are going to do that. And I don't really care about being famous. I just want to have fun and entertain people. I have my fun with my 1 to 6, 7, or 10 viewers or whatever, and I'm good. However many. I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. Twitch, do better, please. As a person who's been using your platform for 3 years, I would really like it if you did. Alright, now, quick programming note. Remember, I am off Friday. There will be no stream on Friday. It's my wedding anniversary with my wife. So, I will not be on. There might be a YouTube video that uploads between Friday and this weekend. Not counting the podcast. Podcast will be up tomorrow, so check that on YouTube tomorrow for my picks and all that other stuff. As for everything else, content-wise, I have a surprise coming up soon. If you follow me on Twitter, which you should, because I'm amazing, you'll know that I ran a poll recently about, a sponsored stream from a certain entity, and I'm not going to mention it again because the poll's already passed, and I'm planning on doing I'm going to have a sponsored stream soon of a certain game. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I'm very excited about it just because why not? It's cool. It's kind of neat to be offered this opportunity. It's a big opportunity for someone like me who's a up-and-coming streamer. I don't say small streamer. Small streamer isn't a good look because I'm a small streamer. No, we're all streamers. Up-and-coming streamer, working on my craft streamer, because, what constitutes a big streamer is the real question here, because some people average 10 viewers, some people average 20, some people average thousands. So, that's why I don't like the term small streamer. It's stupid, but that's just my opinion. Up-and-coming streamer sounds a lot better for me, in my opinion. But yeah, my wedding anniversary is on Friday. Been married for 5 years with my wife. It's been amazing. And we're going to have a lot of fun, go out to dinner and some other stuff, so it's going to be an enjoyable weekend. I also start my new job on Tuesday after Columbus Day. There will be a stream on Monday, I promise. I'm going to play something. It's either going to be a spooky game or Yakuza. Haven't decided yet. That will happen soon. If you want to know behind the scenes stuff about what's coming up with my channel and other stuff, you should go to my Discord. But just remember that if you up and piss me off and just post stupid shit, and I ban you immediately. So just remember that. I don't feel sorry about that at all. It's my Discord. It's my controlled space. I control it. It's how I want it to be. So that concludes Porch Rants episode 8. I want to thank everyone who stopped by. Like I said, it never matters to me about numbers. This is just a podcast where I just dump information. If I go off script because people drop stuff in chat, that's cool. Otherwise, I have my own script. I talk. I entertain. I do my thing. I have fun. I get my out. We're going to have the podcast up tomorrow on YouTube, and I'll have a little video clip to also post somewhere just to kind of, do my thing. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and check out my Discord if you like. Once again, thank you all who stopped by. If you listened, I don't care if you lurked or anything. Thank you guys so much for your support. I will see you guys in the social media world for the rest of the weekend. Have a good weekend.